Hey, what's up, YouTube? This TT Young, and just want to come on here and talk to y'all for a quick minute about fear. What is fear to you? What do you think of when you think about fear? Me, when I'm scared or when fear try to overcome and overtake me, my heart usually start racing fast. I usually start sweating a little bit. And then I usually try to turn back from what it is that I'm trying to do. But we are not to fear. Usually when fear come upon you when you're attempting to do something that you know in your heart or that you have a desire to do, then it's usually of the devil. It's of the enemy. It's not real. And on the other side of that fear is usually your blessing. So we have to overcome. I recently moved from Alabama to Texas. I'm a single parent. I have a son. I didn't have any money saved up. I planned it about a month before I moved. About a month before I moved, I'm like, okay, I just want to move. And I want to go to Austin, Texas. So I researched, I came to visit, and I had my mind made up like I'm leaving. I don't care. I'm not letting anything hold me back. Because for about 5 years, I've been saying I was going to relocate, but I've never done it because I've always let fear hold me back. I've always thought about what if this don't go right, and what if that don't go right, and what if this happened. I never sat down and be like, okay, well, what if this happened? What if the right thing happened? Or what if, I live an entirely better life by relocating than by staying where I am. I never thought about that. But this year I had my mind made up. And this year I can honestly say that my faith in God is increased, like it's bigger. And I don't think, like, if I hadn't had faith in God, then I don't think I would have been able to do it. So I made up my mind a month ago. I'm going to leave. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm not going to let anything hold me back. And like I said, I didn't have any savings. I didn't have a place here. I don't have any family here. I work from home, so I can say that my job did agree to transfer me because I do work from home. So I'm currently working from home here in Austin. I don't have to commute to an office or to a building or anything. So that's a major plus for me by me being a single mother and not having any family here. But I didn't have any savings. I didn't have anything. So but I didn't let that hold me back. I'm like, well, there's a will, there's a way. And I knew that if it wasn't for me, or if it wasn't what God wanted me to do, then the desire to move would not have been in my heart. So long story short, I prayed about it. I have a journal. I wrote in my journal, the pros, the cons. I didn't too much pay attention to the cons, but I did pay attention to the pros. And I focused on what I had that I could make the best of. If you watch any of my other videos, I'm always saying to not worry about what you don't have, but always, focus on what you do have and use what you do have to get what you don't have. So that's really what I did, and it's amazing because God, He opened so many doors for me to get here. Like financially, He opened so many doors for me, and that's why I started my business, Her Prosperity Mind, because He's always giving me ideas, and most of the ideas are not for me because I don't have the skill set to do them, and I don't have the ability to do it, and it's not something that I want to do. So, and I had a time like, okay, God, why do you give me these ideas, if I can't do it, and I can't do it? And I still can say that they're not for you. All of the ideas that I give you to bring in additional income, to bring in additional resources, they are not for you. So that's why I started Her Prosperity Mind, because God gave me ideas, like money-making ideas that's not for me. So I want to give them to you. So whether you're trying to move, whether you want a side income or an additional income, because two incomes are better than one, and you're like me, you don't want to take time away from your son by clocking in and out of another job, you don't want to take time away from your family, then visit Her Prosperity Mind and let me give you an assessment, a skill assessment. It's going to determine your skills, your passions, and your talents, and then I'm going to come up with ideas that's going to bring you in, that's going to generate additional income for you. So visit Her Prosperity Mind, go ahead and book, and we have different plans, and different plans to fit what you want. But we're here to help you. That is my purpose, I believe, is to help others by giving and providing them the information that they need to get the resources that they need, just as God give me. So that's what he did for me. He gave me so many ideas, and long story short, I came up with the money I needed to move to Austin within a month, because that's when I planned it a month ago. I came up with it, within a month. I'm not going to say it was easy. I had to sacrifice. I had to work. I had to write, journal. I had to be diligent in what I did, because it was something that I wanted. So I had to work hard to get it and trust God, through the process. So that's what I did, and I didn't, back in Alabama before I moved, I didn't have to stop, with any of my normal daily activities that needed resources, that needed money. I didn't have to stop doing any of those things. I still had enough to live before I came here. I still had enough to pay bills. I still had enough to buy, put food on the table. And I think because I was so busy, trying to generate the income, I think we ate out nearly every day. So to say, like, I didn't have to pause, what I had to do there, because I needed money to get here, because I needed the resources to get here. And the apartment complex that I live in here, they charged me a full month's deposit, the same, that's the same as the rent, in addition to the rent. Then I had to pay the deposit for lights. I had to have gas to get here and from. And of course I had to have money to buy food. I had to have, additional money. And God provided. He provided me, with the wisdom to get the money. So that's why, I'm on here letting you know, don't fear. Like, it may seem like if you think about it too much, then your mind is going to always try to protect you and tell you, like, this is not a good idea. Don't do it. But usually, if you want to do it, and if the idea is crazy, like if it's weird and if it doesn't make sense, then usually that is the idea that you want to go with. Like, usually that is what God wants you to do, because God's ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts. So you just get past that fear. Like, don't let fear paralyze you. Don't let you having kids stop you from chasing your dreams and your goals. If you want to leave, if you want to move from one city to another, if you want to move from one state to another, don't just push it out of your mind. You have to, figure out a way to do it. If that's what you want to do, you have to pray about that thing. You have to write your thoughts down. You have to read your thoughts. You have to, get in the Bible, and you have to trust God, and you have to keep people out of your ear. And you just have to just do it. Like Nike say, just do it. Like, thinking about it too much will always cause you to not move forward, and actually just push it out of your mind and go the other way. And me personally, I don't like to live fearful, because I know I look back and I always wonder, like, what if I would have done that thing that I wanted to do, and I always regret not doing it. So 3 ways, that I use to get over fear. I trust God. I trust God, and all through the Bible, he say, do not fear. Do not fear. He said he's always with us. He says, do not be discouraged, and he will always help us. Never in the Bible does it say fear, be scared. Don't do it because of fear. It don't say that. And I think we miss out on a lot of blessings by being fearful, by worrying about what other people would think of us, by worrying that we will fail, or by worrying that things won't work out the way, we see it in our mind to work out. But I mean, and even if you do it and it don't turn out the way you expect it, it's not the end of the world. It will be okay. Like, you just try something else. Try something new. Try it another way. Try it a different way. Keep a journal and write down, what you did, the steps you took to do it, and to, do that thing that that you were so scared of. And if it don't fail, go back to that journal, read, and switch some things up. I mean, it's life. It's like playing cards. It's like playing chess. You have to be strategic with some things, and most importantly, you have to trust God. So number one, I trust God. Number two, I always know that if it doesn't work, then it's going to be okay. I can try something else, or I could try, doing it with different steps. I could take another route. I don't focus on negative thoughts too much. I replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts, and I always see the end of the thing. Or I try to see the end of the thing. I always try to see the best possible outcome. So that's how I, kind of overcome fear. And I really hope this video helped you to, overcome fear, and just know that we wasn't meant to fear in life. Like, most of the fear is fake, it's false, it's not real. It's just the devil playing with our mind, trying to cause us to miss out on blessings, or it could be just our mind or our body trying to protect us. That's his first defense, is to make you feel fear when you're, coming up to something new, or when you're facing the unknown. But you just have to push through that fear. You have to know that, you will be on the other side, and you have to see a positive outcome. So I hope this message bless someone, and I hope you feel encouraged by this message, and just know that fear usually isn't real. Know that God is always with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you, and know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If this video helped you and you want to see more like this, feel free to like and subscribe for me. I'm new to YouTube, and I'm just trying to build my channel. Feel free to comment if you have any type of things you do when you fear. What do you do to help you overcome that fear? And what do you do to help you to diminish that fear? So comment. It can help me, it can help others. Comment, like, and subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video.